You know, when you're working with flour, you want to make sure you're wearing black because that way you'll know exactly how messy you really are. Aloha everyone, welcome to North Shore Kitchen. Today we're gonna do Parmesan cheese thin crust deep dish pizza. You're gonna need a deep dish pizza pan, quarter stick of melted butter, quarter cup of grated Parmesan cheese, half a cup of grated mozzarella, quarter pound of Italian sausage, 20 pieces of pepperoni, and 1/2 cup of red sauce. This is a take on Pequod's recipe from Chicago, that famous deep dish house. What they do is they take a little bit of butter, put it in their deep dish pan, get the edges real nice, coat it real good. And then, instead of using cornmeal, they use Parmesan cheese, which forms this unbelievable cracker crust. This is gonna go in the freezer for just a few minutes. Deep dish is amazing, but the carb load is so much, and I have to run, otherwise I get fluffy, and I really don't like running. So I'll just eat less crust. All right, here comes the crust. You kind of want to lay it in like a drum head and slowly let it stretch down. We're trying to go as thin as possible. Deep dish is backwards. You put the cheese on the bottom. Then you take your sausage. Now with this, you kind of want to make a layer. Nice layer. This is mixed spicy and regular Italian. Delicious. And you may ask yourself, what happens to all the pork fat? You would think that it might kind of make a pool up and get kind of not so pleasant. However, what happens is it melds with the crust and forms a crispier, cheesy cracker crust. Sausage, black olives, you know, whatever you like in here. Now, a little red sauce. Any red sauce works, doesn't have to be fancy. Trying to go as economically viable on these as possible. We're gonna kind of roll this crust onto the edge so it sticks. And then take your scissors, cut that off. A little extra Parmesan cheese, a couple of pieces of tomato on the pizza pie. While this is still like this, nice to butter this crust a little bit. Key to have this. Put this in the 430 degrees for 30-ish, 35 minutes. We're looking for an internal temperature of 160, 165 on the rest because of, you know, obvious raw pork. You want to cook that all the way through. Awesome. It's been about 35 minutes. Let's check on the pizza real quick. 160 is good, and then on the rest, it'll bump up another 5 degrees. So I think it's go time for the pizza. Awesome. Another good reason to have this tool. Very safe. Oh, that looks great. Trick here is to shake it loose from the pan carefully without tearing it. So, kind of want to knock that crust off. That's fun. Try to get an edge underneath here. And the goal is to not tear. All right, come on, pizza pie. Oh yeah, that's good. Boom! Nice. All right, we've let our Parmesan cheese crust deep dish pizza rest for about 5 minutes. Just let everything kind of calm down. You're gonna wanna use a knife rather than a wheel because the crust is kind of deep. So, one time, 2 times. Quarter slices are good. All right. Let's take a peek here, shall we? Got the super thin crust. That delicious pork fat has gone into and melded with the cheese to create this kind of a cracker crust. The cheese is really pronounced. Nice. That's a record. You're getting the brightness of that tomato, black olives, delicious.